In the early days of the internet, before algorithms controlled what you saw, before social media tracked every move, there were places online that felt different, unfiltered, unwatched, almost forgotten. One of those places was Craigslist, a simple website used for buying furniture, finding jobs, posting random ads. But in 2009, something appeared there. That didn't belong. It started quietly. No announcement. No explanation. Just a series of posts, each one filled with nothing but letters. Random letters. Endless strings of them. No punctuation. No clear meaning. Just chaos. At first, people ignored it. Craigslist had always been full of strange things. Weird listings. Spam. Unusual messages. This seemed like just another one. But it was. Because the posts kept coming. Day after day. Always in the same section. Always from anonymous users. Always following the same pattern. And always signed with the same code. A858. That's when people started paying attention. Because randomness doesn't repeat like that. Not this consistently. Not this precisely. Curious users began collecting the posts, copying the text, analyzing it, looking for patterns, looking for meaning. And then they found something. The letters weren't random. They were encoded. Hidden beneath the chaos was structure. A system. Some messages were decoded using classical ciphers. Others required more complex techniques. Layered encryption. Multiple steps. Each post a new puzzle. Each puzzle leading nowhere obvious. But something strange stood out. The tone of the decoded messages. They weren't instructions. They weren't threats. They weren't even clear statements. They felt philosophical, abstract, almost poetic. One decoded message spoke about truth, another about knowledge, another about the nature of understanding itself. It didn't feel like communication. It felt like expression. And yet, there was no explanation. No one claimed responsibility. No one came forward. The posts continued, then stopped, then returned. Between 2009 and 2011, hundreds of these messages appeared, always signed the same way. A858. People began to speculate. Was it one person? A group? An experiment? Some believed it was a test. A challenge for code breakers. Something similar to other internet puzzles. But there was no reward. No end goals. No final message. Others believed it was something more organized. Possibly a hidden communication system. Messages disguised in plain sight. Hidden among ordinary Craigslist posts. But there was another theory. A quieter one. More unsettling. What if it wasn't meant to be solved? What if it wasn't meant for the public at all? What if these messages were never meant for you? Because despite all the effort, despite all the decoding, there was no clear conclusion, no final reveal, no answer. Eventually, the post stopped it, completely. No warnings, no explanation, just silence. And that silence was never broken. To this day, no one knows who created the A858 posts. No one knows why they were made. And no one knows if the real message was ever found somewhere buried in old Craigslist archives. Those strings of letters still exist, unchanged, unexplained, waiting, and maybe. That's the most unsettling part. Not that we don't understand them, but that we were never supposed to. Fade to black.